Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. So today, let's talk a little bit more about the release set, which is, in my opinion, one of the better sets in this game right now, especially for PvE content. Now, for PvP, it is a little bit debatable. It depends on how you're going to use it, but because of how it works, I would think that it's probably not super relevant in PvP, unless you get cooldown reset. Now, the reason why I say I don't think it's going to be relevant in PvP is because of how it triggers. So let's take a look at what Relief does. Now, when a teammate casts basic abilities, the wearer has a 25% chance to perform an assist attack with their own basic ability as well, which is essentially just your first skill. Only triggers once per turn when there are multiple wearers. Okay, so this we kind of understand, but the main catch over here is this doesn't actually trigger whenever you counter attack. For example, if you have Avatara and you Avatara with your first skill, this will not trigger off Avataras. It will also not trigger off other assist attacks. If I were to use Xuanpin to call in an assist attack from Jin Yao, for example, Jin Yao is going to use her first skill, but that does not count as Jin Yao casting her first skill. It only counts as an assist proc. So let's try this. Can we get an assist? Okay, this is why I cannon myself in case. Okay, Jin Yao. Alright, now she's going to assist. We will never ever have a situation where Jin Yao assists and Ahmed with the relief set uses his first skill. It will never ever happen. It's kind of the same as Adrena. So this is part one of how the relief set works. It will not work off your assist procs or Avatara procs, that kind of stuff. It will never ever pop off. Now then, the second question that you might have is, okay, Xuanpin, she assists with her second and third skills, and of course her first skill as well. What about Alice, right? Or maybe we can actually use Xuanpin here for a much better example, but what about Alice? Would you be able to assist with Alice? So in this situation, imagine that I'm using an Alice here. I'm only using Xuanpin just because she is a lot more regular than an Alice right now. Okay, so we're going to do this, and let's just assume that we are going to use our Alice normal attack, which is her first skill here. And we're going to call in an assist every once in a while. You notice that there will never ever be a situation where Ahmed would actually assist twice. So for example, like that, right? We call Ahmed to assist. He will never ever assist and then trigger his relief equipment set to assist afterwards, right? So one more test over here. So we are going to assist and... Okay, so what you saw there is a very weird situation where he actually procced his relief set before Xuanpin had the opportunity to proc her own assist attack. So this is what I mean by you can only assist one time in any single turn, right? So every single Esper can only assist at most one time. So that was like the perfect example where he triggered his own relief set, but Xuanpin with a 100% proc chance of causing your ally to assist did not actually call Ahmed to assist. Now then, the next question that you might ask is, what if I have more than one Esper and Xuanpin just calls in another Esper to assist instead? Or rather, Alice just calls in another Esper to assist with her normal attack. Would Ahmed be able to pop off his relief set in that situation? Let me show you. So just to reiterate, what I'm trying to ask here is, if let's say Alice in this situation uses her first skill and she calls in Jin Yao to assist, for example, would that trigger Ahmed to assist because Alice in this situation used her first skill? And the answer is actually yes. This is actually going to happen, but it's kind of rare, so we got to keep doing this until we see it in practice. Alright, so just to help myself out a little bit, I'm going to bring in the Abigail here. Now what I'm looking for is a double assist, right? So instantly, the moment I use my first skill, I should see the relief set proc on Ahmed, and at the same time, another one of my Espers should be assisting. So hopefully we get to see it over here. We missed. Let's try again. Alright, here we go. Can we see it? Nice, there we go. Okay, so we got both Ahmed and Abigail to assist at the same time within the same turn that Xuanpin or Alice took their turn. So it is possible to use either Alice or Xuanpin with their normal attack, with their first skill, to call in two allies to assist at the same time. But you cannot use Pata to do it because Pata uses her third skill to call in an ally to assist. And like we talked about in the previous topic, it is not possible for you to use your Avatara procs or your assist procs to trigger the relief set itself. Okay, now maybe to give you guys a better idea of what I mean by it doesn't trigger off Avatara procs, here we can see a bunch of counterattacks, hopefully, and you notice that Ahmed will never ever trigger his relief set during an Avatara. Or like for example, when Jin Yao Avatara procs, Ahmed will never ever use his relief set. Alright, counter, and yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to prove it because I will have to run this like several thousand times, but I don't think I want to do that. Wait, hold on, we have another counter attack here, and yeah, as you can see, we will never ever pop off the relief set. You can only trust me. Now, another very interesting thing to take note of is because now we are going more and more into stats later on. One thing to take note of is even if you have the relief set, you can trigger other Espers with the relief set as well. Alright, so we're going to spam our first skill here just to trigger relief. Yeah, there you go. So we instantly prove this, right? So you can trigger relief sets on Espers with the relief set as well. But of course, you cannot trigger more than one relief at any one time. Okay, and now the final thing that I want to show you guys is this. So what you're seeing on the screen right here is a bunch of runs collated, and what I'm trying to figure out is with two different Espers here with the relief set. Number one, I have my Ahmed on the relief set. Number two, I have Embla also on the relief set. I'm actually counting a number of attacks that the rest of my other Espers without the relief set, number of attacks that they're doing, as well as the total number of assists based on the relief sets that are being triggered by these attacks. So for example, if Ahmed attacks and that triggers Embla to assist afterwards because of the relief set, I am not going to count any of those. But if let's say one of my other Espers attacked and that triggered Ahmed or Embla to relief proc, then yes, I'm going to count those attacks and those procs and all that kind of stuff just to tally the statistics afterwards. So what you're seeing over here is a lot of attacks, like a total of 70 plus attacks, and every single time the relief set is procced on any one of these two Espers. So now what I want to figure out here is, does the position of your Esper matter when you have multiple relief sets? Because what we understand about Alice is that depending on which Esper is slotted more towards the front, that Esper actually has a higher probability of being called to assist during Alice's skill 1 assist attacks. So what you can see here is there is clearly a very big difference between the number of relief procs that Ahmed has done versus the number of relief procs that Embla has done. So what this shows is the Esper in the first slot will have a higher priority of being called in a relief proc. So how the game works is it will check the first Esper. If he has a relief set, if he does, then there is a 25% chance that this Esper is going to proc his relief set. If that fails, the check then goes on to the second Esper with a relief set, and then this Esper has another 25% chance to proc afterwards. So that is the math. But as you can see over here, I do have all the runs broken down into an Excel spreadsheet. So very simply put, Ahmed actually had a 30% chance of being called in to assist, which is definitely a lot more than average, right? The average should be 25%, because the relief set actually has a 25% chance to proc and assist. And you notice that Embla is lower at 9 assist attacks in total, which amounts to 12% of all the total attacks. And this is to be expected because what I just explained is that the game would prioritize the first Esper, which is Ahmed, followed by the second Esper. So only when Ahmed fails the check, then Embla would have a chance of being selected for your relief set proc. So it's going to be natural that the Espers in front will always have a much higher relief proc chance. So it's very important that you position your Espers accordingly so that you make the most use out of whatever that you require. So Ahmed is there for healing. In case you need more healing, Ahmed should go in front. Embla, on the other hand, is there for more procs. So if you really want to have a lot of extra procs, then you should put Embla in front. But the problem with Embla is that she doesn't have a lead, which means you either work without a lead or you work with a leader Esper without the relief set. So this is how I tend to work around it. I either use Ahmed as a lead for more heals, or I use Adrena as the lead for more attack power. But a very interesting thing to take note of is we actually had a grand total of 42% of all of our attacks leading to an assist proc, which means that we are far above and beyond a 25% proc chance. This is no longer 25% proc chance if you have multiple Espers with the relief set. Now what you can see in the bottom table here is this would then be the expected number of procs based on how you position your Espers with the relief set. So for example, you can have up to 5 different other Espers with the relief set, because assuming you're using 6 different Espers in the Dislyte lands and 5 of them have the relief set, these are all the proc chances. But of course, in most situations, you won't be having 6 Espers, which is why these 2 are actually rated out. So in most situations, if you have 4 other Espers with the relief set when one of your Espers take a turn, the first Esper has a 25% chance to proc a relief assist, the second Esper has a 19%, the third Esper has a 14%, finally 11%, for a grand total of 68%. So if you have 4 different Espers with the relief set, whenever your 5th Esper uses a normal attack, there is actually a 68% chance of calling in one of your Espers to assist, which is extremely high. So this is very meta. And now the reason why I say that this is definitely going to be a lot better in PvE is because you can manual stuff at times. So for example, in the trials, if you can run a full team who works really well with their first skill, then the relief set is amazing because you have a really good chance of calling in an Esper to assist all the time whenever one of your Espers take a turn, right? So this also brings us back to the point where I talked about Espers with the relief set can also trigger other Espers with the relief set to assist whenever any one of them uses their first skill. So as long as you give relief sets to every single one of your Espers, whenever you cast a normal attack, there is going to be a good chance for an assist. So all in all, the relief set in itself is kind of like a built-in Alice condition into every single one of your Espers, which is really amazing. So all of your Espers now have a really good chance of proccing an assist, which I think is a really nice touch, which is also the same reason why I'm able to do so well in the current trial, the current healers trial, and this is essentially my strategy right now. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, give it a thumbs up, it really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now that says, has been Derek Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.